Everybody, welcome back to Wicked Good Sports. This is the Miami Minute, where we cover my favorite team, the Miami Dolphins. And of course, I had to rock the jersey of the man of the hour, Tua Tagovailoa, who led the Miami Dolphins on a huge comeback down at one point, 35-14, to win 42-38. And he threw for 469 yards and 6 touchdowns, tying the franchise record with, of course, Brian Greasy and Dan Marino. Also, that 6 touchdown stat should be mentioned. I saw this on Twitter. I haven't fact-checked it, but I'm taking things from Twitter at face value right now. That's only the 47th time it's ever happened. So, huge shout out to Tua. I have been extremely positive about Tua, and if not positive, very hopeful that he would be able to deliver a performance like this. And I hope this is enough to shut up a lot of his critics. We shall see. Though, I should be fair that at about the point where it was 35-14, I was texting the Wicked Good Sports group chat, like, I don't know, guys, maybe I was wrong. Tua, he's not the guy. He doesn't see the field the way you need to. He doesn't make the big time throws. He panics. And then he shut my ass up thoroughly by, after that point, throwing for 4 touchdowns, leading the Dolphins on this crazy comeback. Normally, these videos are a lot more structured. I'm fairly scripted. I at least have it, all written down. But honestly, that will not be what this episode's like. And it's about an hour and a half after the conclusion of the game at the time of recording. And it's taken this long for me to collect myself, because as a Dolphins fan, we don't get moments like this all that often. This was really a special game, up there with the New England Miami Miracle game from a few years ago. I'm so hopeful for this season now. I mean, I knew that coming in we were going to have to beat the Patriots because we had the Ravens and Bills in quick succession after that. Now we've beaten the Ravens, it takes a little bit of pressure off of the matchup with the Bills next week. Not that the Dolphins don't want to win, and not that I don't think they could win. After this game especially, I certainly think they could, but it makes me feel like, hey, the Miami Dolphins are a team that can make the playoffs, and if they make the playoffs, they can beat other AFC playoff teams. We'll see what happens. Sorry. Like I said, I'm not fully collected in this, but let's break it down. So again, Tua threw for 469 yards, 6 touchdowns, did throw 2 interceptions, but I think we can let those 2 interceptions slide considering the comeback. Mostert led the way on the ground with 51 yards, though Chase Edmonds did have a huge run at the end of the game that set them up for the go-ahead touchdown. Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, what can you say? When the team was coming together this offseason, when they traded for Tyreek Hill, a game like today is what everyone was envisioning. Both players had 11 receptions. Hill had 190 yards and 2 touchdowns. Waddle had 171 yards and 2 touchdowns, including the touchdown that would give the Dolphins the win in this. Mike Gesicki, he finally had a good game after having, 1 reception the week before. He had 4 receptions for 41 yards and a big touchdown. The other touchdown was, of course, from Carcraft, who is a guy who he's on the practice squad, but he keeps getting elevated. He got elevated week 1, got elevated today. I think Mike McDaniel, having worked with him in San Francisco, really likes him, and he came up huge. Just 1 reception for 2 yards, but it was a touchdown, and it was a big touchdown. Mike McDaniel, he's now 2-0 as a head coach. He's beaten Bill Belichick and now John Harbaugh, 2 Super Bowl winning coaches. So great start. I think in years past, the Dolphins, when they would be down like this, it would be over. There would be no hope that there would be a comeback mounted. But I don't know, between, I guess, to his leadership and Mike McDaniel's leadership and Tyreek Hill and really all the veteran leaders They didn't freak out. They didn't get down on themselves. They were able to come back. And that's huge. Of course, there were problems. Lamar Jackson tore the Dolphins defense apart. He had 318 yards and 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. He also added 119 yards on the ground for 1 touchdown there. I've said it to like everyone I know. I love Lamar Jackson. The Ravens, they need to sign this man. Pay him whatever he wants because he is just so good. And I can't believe they haven't signed him already. We'll see what happens. He's going to make a lot of money this offseason. So I can't say enough good things about him. I mean, just an absolute stud. He made the Dolphins defense, which is a very good defense, look not good. Xavier Howard had a tough game today. He nearly had a pick 6, though he did drop it. But in the fourth quarter, especially in the second half, generally outside of, that long touchdown run by Lamar Jackson, they really did stiffen. Had an unfortunate, special teams run back at the beginning of the game that kind of set the tone, but the Dolphins defense had a nice stop on 4th down at the goal line in the first half. They had some critical stops going down. It's hard to parse, right? Because you want the defense to be amazing, but when you play an amazing player like Lamar Jackson, you have to cut them some slack. And the offense really was able to step up. Whereas last week, the offense wasn't so hot. The defense stepped up. This week, the defense wasn't so hot. The offense stepped up. And that's what you want to see from a team that is supposedly supposed to be able to compete. And now, I think, definitely can. So, like I said, this was a looser episode. I'm just so excited. If you're a Dolphins fan watching this, you know how I feel. You've come to probably accept in the post-Marino era that the Dolphins are just going to lose. If they go down, there's no chance of coming back. And it gets bleak, but maybe we finally turned the corner. Knock on wood, of course. I don't want to jinx us. But for today, at least, I'm very hopeful, and I hope you are too. What did you think of the game? Do you think that Tua is legit now? If you had your doubts before, are you on the side, or are you just a straight up hater? Because he certainly has a lot of those. Love to hear from you in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for checking out the Miami Minute. I'm Brian Marr. You can follow me on Twitter at @thefakeMar. That's BMARR. We have a blog at wickedgoodeverythingsports.com. And then you can follow us, of course, on this channel on podcast services, on Twitter at WickedGoodSport or WGEverything, Instagram at WickedGoodEverything, Twitch at twitch.tv/WickedGoodEverything, and on TikTok, search WickedGoodSports, search WickedGoodEverything. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in the next one.